probably all of it subsevere.
Yeah, but still, don't let it catch you off guard, right?
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
And thunder in November does sometimes. Nashville, you were hoping for any of it. We did not get much more than a few drops out here, 0.01 officially with the front in Nashville. Nashville looking pretty good though this morning as the front clears the area and the wind picks up a little bit. Now, you don't call it Music City for nothing. Nashville has more than 120 live music venues, and Elvis Presley recorded more than 250 of his songs here at RCA's Studio B on Music Row. Today, we've got the sun coming back out again. So after the clouds and the front, we'll have the sun and temperatures staying close to average. Most of the departures, the big departures from average, are Northern Rockies, Northern Plains, South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana. That's where you'll see the biggest change compared to average. But really, there's a lot of warm spots out there. And even in the southeast, even though you won't see the huge departures from average and the record-breaking temperatures, it's going to be mild. We start the day in the 50s. Because of the clouds around, your temperatures aren't quite as cool as they were yesterday morning across the southeast. And with that north wind, we're going to keep drying things out today. So Nashville, skies clearing. Atlanta, skies clearing. Temperatures hit 70 in Atlanta. We actually hit 75 degrees in Jackson later this afternoon. So we'll see this warmth and this drier air continue to be in place. It overtakes the Florida Panhandle, where we do have some clouds and rain right now, but by later today, that goes away. Tomorrow, we see temperatures warm up a couple more degrees, mid-70s in Montgomery, back to 70 in Savannah. But then when the weekend comes around, and we'll have more on that forecast coming up, we do see a drop-off in temperatures, so we'll have more on that across the mild southeast. And Rita says, look at what else is happening on this Wednesday morning about temperatures and extreme heat. No records falling today. There might be a couple spots. Got to look to the northwest really for that. But it's been so warm this November. Minneapolis or Twin Cities, we are running our warmest start to the month on record. You can also say the same thing for Sioux Falls and Sioux City. And it's not just about afternoons being warm. The nights have been fairly mild too. We're down to 38 degrees, and we have still not yet set a freeze. So it's now been 210 days in Minneapolis. So let's take a look out there. I mean, Minneapolis, it has been 210 days. That is 6 months and 27 days since our last freeze. And when you look at the forecast, there's not a great chance. There is a couple of small chances, but no great one of seeing temperatures go down to freezing and staying there. So today, obviously, we're not there. Tomorrow morning and Friday morning will be in the 40s. Saturday, you know, we have a chance because we get a glancing blow of this cold air that's going to really go into the northeast. So there's a slight chance, although I'm not optimistic about that. And then you look out next week, and there's no temperatures in the low 30s either. So we are going to, I think, likely see that streak continue with our no freezing. And it's not just Minneapolis. La Crosse, Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin, Detroit has not seen a freeze yet. Indianapolis, you've not seen a freeze, and you're not going to do it in the next 2 days. But by the weekend, Detroit, Indy, Toledo, you guys all may, because we will see that cold snap coming in here and in the northeast. All right, let's go south, Jim. So the front came through Nashville, 0.01, came through Atlanta with
why even bother,
nothing.
Right? It's kind of one of those things, why bother?
You're right. I did get a rain alert, though, on my phone for Atlanta.
Oops.
City, although I doubt that was her initial intent. Let's talk about the big changes coming there. New York City, Friday's temperatures are warming up to 59 degrees. Not as warm as yesterday, but still above average. But then Saturday, we blustery, and then Sunday in the morning, we drop down into the 30s, and it will be cold and blustery, and there'll be a wind chill factor, and it'll feel like the season, Jim.
Jen, you're almost giving me a chill there.
You ready for that wind to just blow through and cut through you?
I'm ready, yeah, because you'll feel it if you don't layer up in the northeast.
Well, you know what, too? You get used to this. You know, I mean, right. I do, right? I forget about
you acclimate.
Yeah.
I mean, I know when I go out and cover the weather, you know, you jump right into the cold. It takes like a day and a half before, okay, maybe I don't need that
and
layer.
And you think you don't need all those layers, but you do.
Exactly. 45 Buffalo, 46 Burlington, 57 in New York. What's with that sunshine? It cannot be pure sunshine.
We need some like milky, high cirrus over that. Those clouds are thickening.
They'll be thickening up as we. The rain's finally made it into Philadelphia. Not bad temperature-wise, again, because we really are ahead of the front today.
Right. I mean, behind the front, we'll be in the 40s in Buffalo and Burlington.
Right, so not a big change.
And Pittsburgh, you just won't see many temperature changes today. It's not about today's weather. It's really about what's coming this weekend.
That's the shortwave. That's the disturbance right there coming down into the jet stream. Watch what happens as it kind of buckles over the northeast this weekend. And this will drive a front all the way into the deep south.
Yes, it's a glancing blow, Minnesota, Wisconsin. Michigan, so Detroit, I think you'll get some cold out of this. Indiana, you'll get some cold. Ohio, definitely, you'll get some cold.
Will it be enough to break the frost-free records for some, I think?
Detroit, a good chance.
Yeah.
Indy, yes, I think, but not definitely.
Yeah. 51 Burlington tomorrow, 53 again. We're ahead of the front. There it is, screaming through on Friday night. And Saturday morning is going to leave a mark.
We got a faux pas. We got a faux pas.
We got a faux pas. That's right.
All right, in respect to you. 0.01, which is, you know, nothing, but that's measurable. I want to talk about another side effect, though. You know, Jim mentioned the drought and the fire situation here. With these fires, we had a lot of smoke in the sky. And, you know, with the destructive situation we have, and you look at the smoke filling the sky here in London, Kentucky, but you see how red that sun looks? There's a side effect to this, and it comes with a brilliant view in the sky, actually. And, you know, the colors that we see out there all have to do with what's in the atmosphere. During the day, you get lots of scattering of the blue light, so that's what we see during the daytime. At sunrise and at sunset, you get a chance to see some of those oranges and reds, and with smoke in the air, it gives you a better chance of seeing that. So, you know, that smoky sky in Kentucky was from the smoke that we saw from the fires on Monday, and that was because the winds were blowing from south to north, bringing the smoke up into Kentucky. Now that we've seen the winds change direction, some of the areas in western North Carolina and South Carolina and even Georgia are seeing the smoke. When you have smoke particles in the sky, it scours out and shakes out even more of the blues and the indigos and the violets. So at sunrise and sunset, only the strongest of the wavelengths are left, and that's a very long and strong red, orange, and yellow. So we get those very vibrant and bright sunsets here with the reds when you have a smoky sky. Now coming up, it is Wednesday. That means we get our weather geek on today. Steady